Collectibles fans, I'm Chris Whitlock from CAS, and welcome to CAS Presents Passion for Collecting. I am here with my co-host Anthony Spanicki and Ross Barr. Oh wait, no Ross Barr. So Ross is taking a trip over the pond and going to be spending a couple of days in the United Kingdom. So it is just Anthony and I already feel like I have more power and control over this podcast, and I love it. Love it. Power! Unlimited power!
Yeah, to Ross's defense, he actually did try to join us from his bougie business class seat.
Yes.
We actually got to see him for a little bit, but the connection was horrible, so he had to drop off. So he tried though.
He gave it the old college try, but I'm glad that it's just you and I, and we can not have to mute me, and I don't have to worry about anybody being mean to me. So this is just the best podcast ever. The best. This is podcast news. Welcome to the news. A couple of things I want to talk about. A couple of weeks ago, we were at ICCC Con. We teased that a little bit on the last podcast and talked about, how that show had kind of been growing, and it looked like it was going to be a big show and a lot of really cool signers. And whoa. That show was outstanding.
Oh, the feedback that I saw, I didn't go, but the feedback I saw online and on the Facebook groups, people were saying, hands down, probably best collector convention there is, comparing it to Star Wars Celebration. So that's amazing.
Celebration is everything Star Wars, and this was in ICC, I would say, is really collectibles heavy. There was so much stuff there. So much, Star Wars per square foot. The autograph guests were amazing. Michael Haven's ability to have staff that managed that situation was amazing. We had our BPS display, so our bubble preservation solution. I always get the name wrong because I had a working title for it the entire time it was in development, and like the week that we launched it, Ross decided to change the name to try to make it sound a little more sophisticated, so I always get it wrong.
Yeah, how was that received? I'm
Very
curious.
well. People being able to see it, actually physically see it, it really kind of opened a lot of eyes in what we're doing and why it's working. So it was nice to have that there. So we had a setup. I had 3 Yodas. So for those of you who don't know, we haven't officially launched Empire Strikes Back, but we have. If you have any of the first 32 figures now, you could send them in, and we can accommodate you for those. So I had a setup with Yoda, and I had 3 Yodas that were there. One is a 48A that we have graded with the old style bubble protection, so you can kind of see how things looked before. I had one. It's a 32 back graded with a bubble protection. You can see how that looks almost invisible, to the point that we've even started embossing CAS in the corner because people were complaining that they couldn't see it. And then finally we have a raw ungraded one just sitting out with a BPS sitting right next to it, and you can actually pick that BPS up and set it on the figure. And so that's really cool. And so people could actually interact with it and get a feel for what it is. And I will say this, every available figure that we took into the submission, every figure that was available for BPS, so the people
added it on.
Yeah, yep. So
I think it's a no-brainer. It's $15, right? $14.99.
Yep.
And you mentioned it's available for the first 32 at this point. Yeah, with Yoda.
Yeah.
That's $15. A simple $15, a mere $15 extra, I should say, protecting figures that are worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I think it's a no-brainer. I saw a Facebook post where you were talking to someone about it, and he just wasn't getting it. He was like, I don't understand the price point. I can get a star case for a couple dollars, or in a slip bottom case, but it's totally different. The point of the BPS is a solution to that wasn't being provided by a star case, right? The figure can still rattle around.
Is a general case that fits all Star Wars figures. My Yoda BPS only fits Yoda, and only fits Empire Yodas because Jedi Yodas have no stem. So it's very, very specific to the bubble. Even though I've noticed, like I'm working on the second half of the Empire line, I'm gonna release them all as one. And for example, Forlome has a Unitoy and a Smile bubble. The bubbles are different, so one won't fit on the other.
For
So
loam.
what's that? Forlom.
It's a long O. Long O. For loam.
You call it, yeah. Well,
Hey, forlom. There's no magic E at the end.
It's Zuckus anyways, right? So forlom.
Oh,
So
be careful. You're gonna piss people off.
But I guess the point being is that, so a star case will fit either a Smile or a Unitoys,
There you go.
but a BPS will only fit the one that's specified to that bubble. So,
Right, and and the problem we're trying to solve, or you did solve, is protecting the figure from busting through the top or the bottom of the and a star case does not prevent that. A slip bottom case doesn't. Grading it the old way, without the BPS, it doesn't. This specifically solves that problem.
Correct. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and realistically, if anybody's had a figure come crashing through the bubble, and you ask yourself, for $14.99, would it have been worth it to protect it? And the answer always would have been yes. So I think that, I don't know. I mean, it's our company. We set the price point, but I think that price point is really a good deal considering the amount of protection that you get for it. So yeah, ICC though. So yes, definitely a show I recommend. And speaking of shows to recommend, CES is going to be at a lot of upcoming shows. I want to kind of run down a list of where we're going to be. The next one is our biggest one of the year, and one I am so geeked about is Star Wars Celebration. That's our biggest, and I love to go to Celebration. So and it's in Anaheim, California, right by Disney. I understand, so I'm just ecstatic about that one. So May 26th to the 29th, we will be at Star Wars Celebration. July 24th, we're going to be at King County. August 28th, we're going to be at Columbus. Another really big show I've done. That'll be my third time doing Columbus. October 1st, we're going to be at Xenia, which is enormous too. One of those shows that just goes on forever and ever. The very next day, Cincinnati.
Wait, that last show is what?
Xenia.
Got to do it. There he is.
I walked right into that one, folks. For those of you that are not watching, Anthony is showing the Xenia warrior princess with my face superimposed.
Can't unsee it. There you go.
Gross.
And for old time's sake, there's Dengar Chris right there.
I'll take the Dengar Chris over this all day long, my friend, all day long.
I'm sorry to interrupt. All right, so Xenia, October 1st, you said.
Yeah,
right?
Cincinnati, okay. October 2nd. That is just going to be a weekend of toy love. End of October is another Kane County, October 23rd. And then one we just added to there is the Rhode Island Comic Con, November 4th to the 6th. And then Anthony, that's one that hopefully it works out. You can go to that show. We'll have to see. Is that something you're still thinking about? I'm
going to try. We talked this week about it. I need to look at the schedule, but I'm going to try to make it. Yeah, okay. Ken's going to be there, right? Ken Lombardi's doing it.
So yeah, CAS will be there, one way or the other. So one thing we're going to try to do is if Anthony can go, JSA is going to be there. They can authenticate your autographs, but we want to actually also, we're considering putting a table in the autograph area. So that way, if you're not, I guess if you're listening to this, you probably are familiar with CAS, but there are a lot of people out there that get things autographed that don't even know that CAS exists and don't know what we do for autographs. With our gold label, we take authentic autographs and we encase them, and then the provenance is built into the package itself. And there are a lot of people that go to these autograph shows not knowing that this business exists. So yeah, definitely exciting. So if Anthony can't be there, we'll just have the one table and make your submissions. But hopefully, if you can show up, there's a lot of really cool signers at that one, including my girl.
I was going to bring this up. I saw your Facebook post. Who'd you get to meet yesterday, Christopher?
So, I mean, I don't think she loved me as much as I love her, but Alicia Silverstone, I saw her yesterday at Motor City Comic Con. She was another one of those similar to Ashley Eckstein, right? I mean, like they said they were going to close the line off for her to go to lunch, and there was probably 50 people still in line, and instead of making everybody wait or let the line dissipate, she sat there and powered through everybody and got through all the autographs. And
you look so happy in that photo.
Oh, yeah, I have my hand up, this big old man hand, like whoa, it's like I should Photoshop that out, but it was so cool. And she wrote on here like, should I leave a note, Ashley Silverstein? So I love it, and I'm a Jeep person anyways. So, or Ashley Silverstone. So yeah, the fact that she did it in silver paint pen, it's beautiful. So yeah, I'm now an autograph fan. I now collect autographs.
Did she ask you for your autograph?
She did not. The thing is, she probably didn't really realize that she was in the presence of greatness, which, her loss. I mean, so.
All right.
So, but.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Yes, I was excited about that one. So. Yes,
have you been served a restraining order yet or no?
No, but if you don't end up doing the Rhode Island show and I end up doing it, she may end up realizing that that her and I have a problem, and it's both basically a me problem. So she's still so pretty, and she was so nice, and it was just a really cool experience. So and she was a good sport. So. But yeah, so we're going to be at Rhode Island, and I'm just going to say this as a maybe, because it's the same weekend as Rhode Island, and it may depend on availability. But there's a Jackson Toy Show in Michigan. My only Michigan appearance this year would be that one. A really, really big show, and take it from there. So
sweet.
Cool. And then from there, a lot going on in social media. So you want to do a little bit of a social media recap?
Let's do it. Okay, so let me see here. We have our last time we were here. We did I showed an Instagram poll that we did. I did a second Instagram poll. Did you see it?
I did not.
Why don't you follow our Instagram feed?
You know what? So when I look at CAS, so we have a newer employee. His name is Robert, and Robert is the one doing all the what are those called? Not clips.
The reels.
Reels, and so he usually does about 3 a day, and I enjoy watching them. And so that's usually my my CAS participation on Instagram is watching the reels.
Okay, so you don't like my posts. Well, good. This is what you get. This is what you get.
Right? Based on
There's the last poll. So after our last podcast, I put it out there. I said, who likes the nickname Dr. Star Wars, the Warrior Princess? And looks like it's going to stick because the fans have spoken. Landslide, 86% of those who voted do like Dr. Star Wars, the Warrior Princess. And what's not to like? Look at that.
Poor Lucy Lawless. Again, somebody who's so pretty, and then we're just defiling her with my face.
This pick is the gift that keeps on giving. Right? All right.
She's
so
giving us nightmares. 84%, but what was the sample size? Did Adam Marks vote twice?
Yeah, right. Yeah. All right, moving on. Here we go. So we got a little sidetracked there. So I got to come up with another poll. We'll see what we come up with. Okay, so as always, we like to mention that if you're listening to this podcast, the audio version, if you want to see the stuff that we're talking about, because we talk about a lot of figures and collectibles, you can get all that on our YouTube channel. We kind of chop up our podcast into segments. Just go to the CAS YouTube channel and search the Passion for Collecting playlist, and you'll also have access to all of our other collector content, such as Chris Whitlock's 5 Facts About Star Wars Cardbacks, which is an excellent YouTube series. CAS is on almost every major social media platform: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. And you can link to all of those platforms in the link tree in the description of this podcast, or if you are watching this on YouTube, it's in the description below.
Very cool.
And in the link tree, you can get our podcast on all the major podcast platforms as well. And folks, listen, we don't like to ask favors, but please, if you like the podcast, please leave us a rating, a review. It helps us out. It helps people find the show. So we really appreciate that. And then all we got left is 2 contests that we want to make sure people know about. One, we have advertised already. It's been going on all year so far. And that is for this custom Jabba the Hutt dungeon play set. That's just awesome. It's here. I'm going to actually show it to you. I got it right here because people realize how big it's
sizable.
Awesome this is. Yeah, it's
I know.
Great.
Sam Sams has really been trying to push and trying to get viewership up on his. So
it's very doable. You have a hand in the. You can influence the outcome yourself if you enter. Basically, send us a Collector's Corner video, whether it's an unboxing or just showcasing a CAS graded item in your collection. We will post it on our YouTube channel. We'll let you know when it goes up, and then the clock starts. And for the first 30 days, we will record how many views your video gets. At the end of the year, the video with the most views in the first 30 days wins this display. So so basically you can post the video, send it to all your friends, post it on all the Facebook groups, and try to get as many views as you can.
Make it go viral and you win that cool prize.
So that's one. The other contest, speaking of YouTube, is we are approaching 2,000 subscribers.
Yay.
We're very close. So we're over 1,900. I think we have 1918 is the exact number right now. So what we want to do is give away a piece when we hit 2,000. So as soon as we hit 2,000, we'll figure out a way to give away. I know I've got, oh, here it is. This is what we're going to give away. This is a CAS 70 mint on card, AT-AT Commander. Right.
Nice.
Received a 70.
Iconic
nice piece.
Artwork.
Oh yeah, love it. So what we're gonna do is when we hit 2,000, we'll probably put up a Facebook post saying, "Hey, we hit 2,000." And if you want to enter to win this, we'll just ask you to leave a comment in that post. We'll leave it up for a week, and then we'll just randomly pick one of the people who left a comment, and the AT-AT Commander is yours.
Yep. If you're listening to this podcast and you haven't subscribed, you can push us over the edge, and then hopefully you can win the AT-AT driver. So AT-AT driver for those of us that
AT-AT, yeah.
So kind of how I roll. That's how I do it. So I'm not an AT-AT kind of guy. So, but yeah, 2 good contests. A lot of great social media content. So.
Yeah, check it out. Go to our link tree. It's all there.
Cool. So without further ado, I think we need to introduce the new reigning champion.
It burns, doesn't it, Chris? Still burns.
It hurts. Such a decisive victory, too. The new reigning champion for What Does CAS Know, Kevin O'Keefe. So we'll see you on the other side in the guest spotlight, where you'll see the new champion who beat me decisively.
Oh, get over it. Come on.